A little more than halfway there. We had a terrible first half, so I'm glad things are back to normal now. On Saturday, September 27th, 33-year-old Abbie posted a picture of her growing baby bulge along with a message on Instagram. When hyperemesis occurs during pregnancy, the Lord is good. The pictures, which were taken near nightfall on an unnamed beach, feature a happy Abbie holding her belly in a dark pink maxi dress. Abbie revealed that she had hyperemesis, a pregnancy-related condition, while commemorating the halfway mark of her pregnancy. The Cleveland Clinic reports that severe nausea and vomiting are among the symptoms. Hospitalization may be required in some situations to avoid major pregnancy complications like miscarriage. Abbie is not the only mother who has been impacted by the circumstances. During her 3 pregnancies with Princess George, Charlotte, and Louis, Princess Kate Middleton was notoriously afflicted with hyperemesis. Aisha Curry also faced the issue during her 3rd pregnancy. She stated, "I was sick every single day." During a segment of due to the October 2021 transmission of the Life podcast. "My appetite got the better of me. The drinks simply refused to stay down. A waste of time really. I lost a number of pounds, you know." The wonderful news that Abbie and John David Duggar were expecting a child was revealed on September 3rd. The happy pair were married in November after first meeting in June 2018. Charlie was born in October 2022, and Reese was born in January 2020, the beginning of September 2025. In a shared Instagram post with "We've been keeping a little secret," she revealed her most recent pregnancy. Early 2026 is when the 3rd child is due. The series of pregnancy photos featured both of their oldest children. Grace 5 wore a pink suit that matched the colors of a 1 balloon, while Charlie 3 proudly showed a blue 2 balloon that matched his button-down shirt. Abbie, David, and John clutched a set of ultrasound pictures and a white 3 balloon. Members of the Duggar. In the post's comment section, family members showed their support and enthusiasm. John David is one of the 19 children born to Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. "Hello everyone, I am really happy for you all." John David's twin sister Jana Duggar made a post on Instagram stories on Wednesday. The proud father of Jana's first kid is Stephen Wisman. The reality stars talked exclusively to us every week about their new routine after the birth of their daughter Gracie, acknowledging that it has been packed with. Gracie's continuous inability to tell day from night has caused her to have some restless evenings. "We are completely enamored with the baby, and everyone is doing fantastic." They also said that the support and direction from their families had been a huge assistance. "We have been so grateful for their support throughout this exciting new chapter in our life." John David Duggar's wife, Abbie Duggar, recently talked about how tough her first trimester of pregnancy was. Abbie has talked about the mental and physical toll that having hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe form of morning sickness, placed on her. This has brought attention to the difficulties that many pregnant women suffer, but rarely discuss. What should have been an exhilarating period of Abbie's life instead became a torturous ordeal that left her feeling worn out, anxious, and unable to find solace. Abbie has opened up to her followers on social media about her difficulties, recognizing the extreme physical suffering and mental fatigue that came with the illness. "It was pretty rough," she added, referring to the initial phase of her pregnancy. This revelation is not just personal to anyone who follows the Duggar family, but it also highlights the very genuine pregnancy challenges that many women face, which go well beyond what is frequently depicted in the media. Here, we examine Abbie Duggar's courageous disclosure on her diagnosis of hyperemesis gravidarum in more detail, how she is attempting to balance everything while dealing with the demands of being a well-known member of the Duggar family. Hyperemesis gravidarum is a serious challenge. Morning sickness is not the same as hyperemesis gravidarum. Dehydration, intense and ongoing nausea, and vomiting are the hallmarks of this dangerous pregnant syndrome. In contrast to the common morning sickness that many pregnant women experience in the early stages of pregnancy, and that normally goes away after a few months. Throughout the course of pregnancy, hyperemesis can persist and result in issues such as hospital stays, electrolyte abnormalities, and weight loss. Abbie had a terrifying experience with hyperemesis gravidarum. She acknowledged that she suffered from nausea and vomiting every day, which made even the most basic activities, like getting out of bed, seem extremely difficult. Pregnancy turns into a daily struggle for survival for women who have hyperemesis gravidorum. Constant illness can have a severe negative impact on mental health due to its physical and emotional burden, leaving women feeling alone, worn out, and discouraged. In a post, Abbie wrote, "I've never felt so weak," explaining how it was difficult for her to feel anything other than depressed due to her frequent vomiting and inability to keep food down. She went on, "I just couldn't function." She felt emotionally exhausted by the illness. However, Abbie's candor about her experience raised awareness of the problem and provided consolation to other women facing comparable difficulties. The psychological cost of fighting loneliness and sadness. Hyperemesis gravidarum has a heavy emotional cost in addition to its physical difficulties. Abbie had feelings of loneliness and frustration as a result of her weariness and ongoing illness. Due to the excruciating physical discomfort, many women with hyperemesis experience an emotional detachment from their pregnancy because they are unable to completely enjoy the early stages of pregnancy, which are frequently supposed to be filled with enthusiasm and expectation. This can cause emotions of shame and sadness. Abbie talked candidly about the difficulties she had with her mental health in the first trimester. She acknowledged, "There were days when I just felt so alone. Despite the fact that my family and spouse, John David, were behind me." Women frequently get an abundance of love and happiness from friends and family during pregnancy, but it can be lonely to be unable to enjoy these joys because of illness. Abbie's openness in expressing these feelings serves as a reminder to other women that it's acceptable to not feel happy or delighted throughout pregnancy while suffering from a serious sickness. Although the emotional toll of hyperemesis is commonly overlooked, Abbie's candor about her difficulties serves as an important springboard for discussing the ways in which pregnancy-related disorders can affect mental health. By telling her tale, she not only made these emotions more commonplace, but also inspired other women to get support when they are experiencing emotional difficulties. John David Duggar's support. Abbie has conveyed her gratitude for her parents' assistance during this trying period. John David Duggar, husband. John David, who is well known for his dependable presence and dedication to his family, has supported Abbie emotionally and done everything in his power to ensure her comfort during her pregnancy. According to Abbie, John David has been fantastic. "He has truly come through for me and handled everything. Even on the days when I was barely able to get out of bed, he has been incredibly understanding." John David, who has a reputation for being a kind and considerate partner, has taken on the job of caregiver, enabling Abbie to concentrate on obtaining the much-needed rest and recuperation. Known for their traditional values and close-knit connections, the Duggar family has always been there for one another through good times and bad. John David's steadfast support in this case has demonstrated how important a partner's involvement is during difficult times, particularly when coping with a pregnancy-related sickness like hyperemesis. Relieved and on the way. While Abbie's pregnancy continues. Journey, the worst of her hyperemesis symptoms have started to lessen. Although there isn't a cure for the illness, there are therapies that can lessen the nausea and vomiting. This has required Abbie to see her doctor frequently, make dietary changes, and take prescription drugs to help with nausea and dehydration. It has been a hard journey, but Abbie revealed that she has now struck a balance that has made her feel better. "Although it wasn't simple, I'm beginning to feel somewhat better," she said. As her pregnancy goes on, Abbie is learning how to better control the symptoms, even if they might not entirely go away. Abbie has also concentrated on keeping a happy attitude in spite of the difficulties she encountered. "I know this is just a season," she continued, "and I'm so thankful for the baby growing inside me." She raised awareness and provided support, demonstrating her strength and perseverance by finding optimism during a moment that could have easily overwhelmed her. Abbie's conversations concerning the reality of pregnancy difficulties and the significance of supporting women who are coping with them have been triggered by her candor regarding her experience with hyperemesis gravidarum. Sharing their stories can be a relief for many women with hyperemesis since it makes them feel heard and accepted. Abbie has helped to dispel the stigma associated with pregnancy difficulties by sharing her story and inspiring other women to seek medical attention and talk about their experiences. Additionally, she has got a plethora of support from ladies who have experienced similar things, including words of wisdom and suggestions on how to handle hyperemesis. Because of Abbie's vulnerability, there is now a place where women may support and rely on one another in ways that go beyond what is usually expected during pregnancy. A bright future lies ahead as we go forward. Even though her pregnancy has had a difficult beginning, Abbie Duggar is optimistic about the future. Her community, family, and husband's support has been priceless as she continues to work through this difficult period. It's evident that Abbie's path has been one of love, courage, and resiliency as the couple gets ready to welcome their new baby. Although Abbie's pregnancy may not have been as straightforward as she had imagined, it has allowed her to connect with other women experiencing similar difficulties and spread awareness about hyperemesis gravidum. Additionally, while she anticipates the birth of their kid, she can find solace in being aware that her tale has made other pregnant women feel less alone.